thank you for watching my stream. Thank you for just playing this game with me. Really enjoyed it highly. What I am going to turn this volume down a little bit, and at the end, I know at the end of Metroid Prime, they had the concept art in it, and although at the end of Zelda Ocarina of Time, they had the credits, and that was cool how they had all the credits. This game was crazy elaborate, amazing animations, crazy concept, story, narrative, amazing. Although it's a small game for N64, it's a major game. It's a huge epic game for in comparison to a lot of games today. Although I thought when I was a kid, I was thinking oh gosh, this is a short game compared to a lot of other games. I heard people can beat it in 6 hours. I was like, that's crazy. But reality, it took me about this took me more than 36 hours to beat. At least probably. So this is a long game. This is an awesome game. Crazy a good amazing graphics for the time. Amazing animations, so many props and everything. The animations are crazy. So much detail and work put into it. So without further ado, I will so at the end of Metroid Prime, we were able to let me put this down here. Sorry. We were able to look at the concepts that were provided by the development team, and so for this one, we got till say half an hour left. For this one, I'm really close. I found a website online, and I will switch over to that website. It is called noclip.website, and let's see. Yes. And it is, let me turn up some music here. Oh, shoot, I can't turn up the music. That's okay. So this, just elaborating on the animations. It doesn't, so this is, okay. I'm sorry, I'm going everywhere here. This is called noclip.website. It is someone online who is a fan of Zelda Ocarina of Time as well as other old school games. He takes the data from the games and he re-implements it into to allow for to admire basically provide a mausoleum, a museum of the development and work that went into the development of these games. And so what this is basically, I'll just read it real quick. What is NoClip website? NoClip website is a celebration of video game level design and art. It's a chance to explore and deepen your appreciation for some of your favorite games. Why did you make this? I've always had an appreciation. So this isn't mine. This is someone else's. And I just thought that you guys would like it. I've always had an appreciation for the incredible worlds that game developers make. Sometimes staring closely at levels might help you understand the challenges the designers were facing and what problems and techniques they used to solve them. You can learn a lot about a game by looking in the places they don't show in the game itself. It's also a ton of fun to test your memory, seeing if you can remember how a level is laid out or where two rooms might connect to each other. So in some cases it doesn't work. Sorry about that. Please let me know through. Oh wait, no, okay, that's not it. Can I request a game? Why do some levels look broken? In order to put a game on the website, I first need to take apart the game, extract the data, and then figure out how to put it back together. Some of these games, especially the newer ones, are really complex with their levels and their models, and that often means it takes more work to make it look correct. The line between game engine and game data is only getting blurrier and blurrier. My dream is that the site contains fully accurate versions of each game,
and I try to get closer to that goal when I can, but the effort and time involved to make an accurate recreation can sometimes be far too much, or would push me more into recreating large parts of the original game's engine, which I'm less interested in doing myself. And then it shows, and then so yeah, and like you could, if you'd like, I'll probably leave a link in the description to help find out for yourself. You come to the frequently asked questions and see, explore more into what he has, like what everything is here and everything. I want to export models from the site. This is cool, and we could help out. Are you afraid of being taken down? Less than you might think. Companies take down fan projects when they're competing with their in-house projects. I don't see NoClip.website, which is this website, as competing with any game out there. It's more of a museum, not a game. The worlds on display are incredible, and I hope they encourage you to go out and buy a copy of the game itself. That said, I have enormous respect for the developers and dev teams, and if I received a takedown request, I would honor it. It is their work on display, after all. Developers are only able to make these fantastic worlds if we collectively support them. NoClip would not exist without their hard work and dedication. To ensure that they remain healthy, please try to buy games instead of pirating them. I also put in extra effort to ensure that all assets available on this site cannot be used to pirate the game itself. Okay, so that could probably be why certain areas might not necessarily be there as well, like as I will show you. Do you accept donations? Yeah, and so the rest is there if you'd like to check it out. This is the website, noclip.website. It's literally, I tried looking it up on my phone, and it doesn't really work on mobile. So it works. It like comes up as a black screen and a list of of this stuff on mobile, but you don't see the background. I would suggest using a desktop to really expound on how to interact with the game. And so the controls so basically it's the environment design. It's the entire environments of all the levels. This guy has a lot of lists of like different things: Wii, GameCube, Nintendo DS, all these different games. What we're looking for is Nintendo 64, Legend of Zelda, and it has all the levels that he has really like extracted and re-implemented, so you can view like the background of like the level and everything. So without further ado, I will go to Ocarina Forest and we will fly around here and check it out. So, oh, and if you need to know how to control it, if you like to explore it for yourself on noclip.website, it works like the navigational controls that work in the viewport of Unreal Engine. So WASD to move forward and backward, and then you hold with your left mouse button, the right mouse button, you hold it down and it looks around. And then you can go into any direction with WASD. And if you like instead of like going like, oh, I want to go down there and look that direction, go down, you push Q to go down and A and E to elevate up. So Q down, E elevate up. So this is Ocarina Forest, background of Ocarina Forest, of, of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So this is just kind of like a museum. There isn't, I was looking at it, and it's just basically the basic assets, main environment assets, no characters, no animations, and no like prop assets in it. It's just um, the main environment assets. And so you might see flickering like this because when you're closer, I guess, wait. So when you're down, oh shoot. Okay, so when you're down here, so like that's flickering like that because there's two assets in one single space, and they're just trying to like, the engine is like trying to figure out, okay, which one do I show first? But there's two assets there because when you're walking as Link on the ground, you're looking up, and there's one plane that you look up at that you see, aside from when you come up here, when you ascend up the ramp and then you come up here, and then it renders as a different plane from looking down below. So like it's like a different asset that you're looking at here. So like you move across, and it renders as a different asset now that like you're on top of it as below, as looking from below. So like that's pretty cool. That's what I'm thinking is going on from the knowledge that I know of. And you got oh okay, got this up there. Man, you could like see all the secrets of like how everything works. If you're ever like wondering like in the level like how do I get here, or, like how do I do this, like come here and like figure out like how to traverse certain areas. So as well, it shows like behind the scenes like of like these things, like the forests in the background. They're just plains, and it's not even attached to the foreground here. It's like it's like just like there's nothing there. But from down here, you're looking up. You're like, oh my gosh, that's a forest up there. That's crazy. And you're like moving around. You're like, this is cool. So like it kind of like helps to understand like if like you're doing like environment design, like this helps out like majorly like for like how to set up like certain scenes or levels. And like if you're um, a video game designer yourself, I don't know. Like for me, I went to school for video game design, and when I seen this, I was like, this is majorly helpful. Like it just like gives me appreciation for like the assets that were developed and how simple it was. Because I always thought that like you need to make really complex levels because like these levels look amazing and like really complex, but it's like these guys are just like they do something very quickly and like put it down and like okay we get. But I'm sure like they thought of like a lot of like there's a lot of creativity and art direction that went behind like these assets, but like to like place them in and then like put the textures on that looks amazing. Like I'm sure they see all the mistakes and they're like, oh, I could have done that better. But at the time of this was like a major like groundbreaking endeavor. Um, like just coming from 2D to 3D, like from 2D sprites to 3D. This is amazing. This is like next generation, next level stuff. But it was just like just looking at like how simple it was. Like you just put it all in, and like this is I could implement this into modern day level design. So next, yeah, like so like if you go into Kokory Forest, there's nothing there. Like you can't really go into Kokory Forest. It's like it's not an ass not it's not part of this level yet. But we could go into Kokory Forest. Where is it? Oh, the Lost Woods.